Celeste Hernandez's teacher speaks about her running away with David. And honestly, at this point, I want to know why this teacher is telling this to the kids instead of calling the police.
So cold, run away from home again. Carving these notes into bloody arms.
Federal chatter says there's leaked footage of David destroying evidence, and it's got the internet on fire. Fans claim bars from his track Runaway sound like a step-by-step wipe, echoing that cold, delete everything vibe people swear he lived by off-screen. And now, with a homicide investigation tied to his impounded Tesla, music talk is turning into straight-up case files. The bomb dropped when David's Tesla got hauled in and cracked open, revealing the decomposed remains of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. From that moment, the culture went full detective mode, replaying every track and dissecting every lyric. Suddenly, those moody anthems read way darker. The blindfolded persona fans once thought was artsy, they're now calling it a mask, and feds are on it. And Runaway? Lines about disappearing and erasing trails hit differently, sounding less like poetry and more like a how-to manual. A viral post on X bluntly put it, a leaked David song just surfaced that reveals his confession, with lyrics that show he pressured Celeste to leave home. Now, dates are lining up with birthdays and disappearances, music videos that look like crime scenes.
Nobody ever caught me, but I've spoken too soon. In the back of a police car, I forgot whatever I knew. I ain't telling nothing.
Defenders of David claim it's all a coincidence, while critics argue it's too specific to be brushed off. And when your catalog starts syncing with real case files, people stop calling it art. They start calling it evidence. That's where the internet steps in. Sleuths began piecing together screenshots from Discord servers, photos of matching tattoos, rumored DMs, and even timelines cross-checked with tour stops. Add it all up, and it paints the image of someone who not only understood optics, but might have known how to scrub them too. That's why Runaway is being reread not as a metaphor for heartbreak, but as a literal checklist for covering track. The minute allegations hit the feed, brands scatter. Tour dates get shaky. Collaborations vanish. Half the internet calls it a witch hunt. The other half calls it accountability. But no matter what side people land on, everyone circles back to the same eerie question. If this leaked footage was always hiding in plain sight, was David confessing all along? Or is the internet just running wild with paranoia? Let's not forget how this all started. His breakout romantic homicide was already a haunting ballad about killing love and feeling no remorse. Back then, people saw it as moody, poetic, and raw. But with a new context, that song feels more like foreshadowing. And then a Tesla with a teenager's remains inside, it stops looking like TikTok heartbreak and starts playing like a crime scene soundtrack. And people have a lot to say. One comment said it best: a legit study needs to be done on why people are so willing to give up their freedom and, potentially, generational wealth to be with a child. And here's where things get really cold. Fans claim David wasn't just singing about deletions. He was living them. Allegedly, he pushed for live streams and VODs to be wiped right after ending, echoing the same "clean it now" vibe heard in Runaway. If true, that's not metaphor, that's maintenance. If false, then this might be the wildest case of overanalyzing lyrics we've ever seen. But either way, the silence from his camp is starting to feel louder than any track he's ever dropped. So now, people are asking, if the culture already thinks Runaway is sus, what happens if the real footage surfaces? Does the lyric reading hold up, or does it collapse under hard facts?
Young Thug just lit the internet on fire after posting a selfie so zesty it had fans convinced Mariah the scientist accidentally confirmed what everyone's been whispering about for years. To see how deep these suspicions run, just look at the time a fan called him gay on live, and Thug's reaction said it all.
Trash. You heard I was gay. You going crazy. Stupid.
Then, Thug's bond with Birdman only pushed the rumors further. Birdman was out here in interviews calling his artists babes and lovers, brushing it off as their language. But to fans, it felt like confirmation.
Man, you know how much I love them. I call them babes and lovers. And everybody think crazy, but you know.
But that wasn't all. Thug himself fueled it, calling Rich Homie Quan his bae and his lover. And from that moment, the speculation never went away.
It's a language. There's nothing stupid or fruity going on. It's the way we talk. It's the way we live. Those are my babes, no my lovers, no my hubbies, whatever you want to call it.
Then came the moment that sealed the whispers. Thug admitting he wore dresses, insisting it was because he had a stick tucked underneath.
They wear the dress, 'cause I had a stick.
Still, people couldn't shake the idea that there was more to it than fashion. And whenever fans tried calling him out, Thug played into it, trolling them right back instead of clearing the air. Now fast forward, and it's the same playbook all over again. In the middle of his rollout and beef with YFN Lucci, Thug leaned straight into the zesty image. He dropped a selfie wearing a corset that looked straight out of Mariah the Scientist's closet with a kissy face. Like he didn't care if the internet exploded, and explode it did. Fans flooded the comments with jokes like, "Oh, he's never beating the allegations," and "This one got a lil sweetness to it." The wild part is that Thug reposted the trolling himself on X, like this one that said, "Homosexual Thug is back, we getting peak music." But to make things worse, Mariah was right there beside him, bringing him out on stage, standing firm while the crowd questioned everything. And instead of silencing the noise, it raised the question no one could ignore. How do you stand by a man accused of scandals and cheating, while he doubles down on the very rumors haunting him? Now everyone's dissecting selfies, but the real story might be what he's hiding off camera. And that silence, it's louder than any corset.